Hello, everybody. It is Sunday night, and we are here once again for another session of Like Clockwork, our actual play in the world of Caliphus/Caius, which is the same world that the comic book Callus vs. Clockwork Circus is set in. Joining us tonight are the full current cast of players, and we are going to go around the horn real quick and see what's going on with everybody. So we're going to start with Sin. Hello.
Hello. I am excited to have the whole team here and watch another fight where I'm not the one who has to lose. Okay, Sarah, don't do it that way.
After whatever happening in the pawn shop.
I'm also super hyped because this week is the mini-series finale for The Grim Awakening on 5% Chance. So it will be, unfortunately, the last time in a while that I get to play my possum artificer named Scran. I know, we love them, but we just incorporated cyberpunk into the show, and that's all I ever wanted. I chromed up a gingerbread man. It's fine.
Chromed up a gingerbread man. I like that sentence.
I like putting them in polyurethane.
That is a great sentence.
As it should.
We love it.
Okay, well, with that, then we shall move on. Joey, tell us about life.
Hi, I'm Joey. I still don't do fun things other than this with my life, but the only thing I can add as substance is a fun Rogelio fact. Rogelio feels a little bad that he's canonically 6'6", and that people are typically shorter than him because he doesn't want their necks to hurt. And he found this out while looking for the potion to make Shaylun a little taller. That he feels this guilt. And that's my fun Rogelio fact. He feels guilty that he's tall.
So he is, how tall is he?
6'6".
Oh, so he's got Perunyia by an inch then, because Perunyia is 6'5".
And the fact that your neck looks up just a little bit is enough to upset him.
I think at that height, like, if you're standing at a conversation, it's just eyes, not neck.
Eyes move, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that one isn't as bad.
Maybe
that is the least guilt.
I think Shaylun comes up to your kneecaps.
Oh, the little gnome in the building with me, I definitely got down on their level a few times because I felt bad.
Okay. Well, that's a fun Rogelio fact. And with that, we are going to push over to Elizabeth. What's going on with you?
Well, I am here every Sunday with all of you fine people. Every other Monday, I am on ESP D&D playing Tara, who is actually now not just an Earth Genasi monk. She is an Earth Genasi stone shark shifter monk because of a cursed idol. And I am on original box set whenever us adults have time in our busy lives to play Ravenloft. That's about it.
Good times. Moving on up to John.
Hello, I took notes. It's been a long weekend, but so next weekend, right? No, yes, next weekend is Halloween weekend. There are a few cool things happening with REM, and I made notes so I can talk about them. First, if you have not been listening into Tales of Hysteria in the Alternia archives, what are you doing with your life? It's an alien RPG. It's super cool, super dark. And Ava has informed me there's going to be a 3-day marathon leading up to the finale of Tales of Hysteria for Halloween weekend. So if you haven't started, now's the time. So this weekend, you're prepared emotionally for, as Jesse and James would say from Pokemon, the devastation and whatever other motto they came up with. This upcoming Friday, we have REM Chats, which is the creative world building, and it's going to be haunted house theme, and I'm going to be facilitating that. The only prerequisite for being a part of the conversation is that you need to be in our Discord to do so, because it happens live on Friday nights, the fourth Friday. We're going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to reference Clue a lot. There'll be flames on the side of my face. It'll be really great. I have an episode of my personal pop culture podcast with Magnus, Everything is Gay and Straight Stuff, and we're talking about an American Halloween tradition that happens on TV every year. I will not say which one. You'll have to find out on Tuesday which one that is. That's Everything is Gay, Even the Straight Stuff. And for you tabletop fans, if you haven't been getting emails from Roll20, they have a whole bunch of free stuff that have come out this week, including Call of Cthulhu. There's a Pathfinder and a New Year's module for Vampire the Masquerade. So if tabletop stuff is your jam, there's some free stuff that you can just like get from Roll20, which is super cool. And doesn't look like it has any strings. I didn't have to sign my soul to anyone, which is super neat and very convenient because I like my soul where it is, right next to my kidneys. And
At
that's
least
all
for the
I
time
have.
being.
At least for the time being, that you know of, at least.
That we know of. Okay.
That you know.
Excellent. Alex, how was the Lizzo concert?
Amazing. It was everything I wanted it to be, and I had so much fun. Went with my sisters, and like they are as obsessed as I am. I might have made them as obsessed as I am. I don't know, but it was really good. And Lotto was her opening act, so I got to see like big energy live too, which was really cool. So yeah, I had a really good week and like ready to get in here and deal with the fact that none of my friends can keep secrets ever at all. Alex knows this. Perunyia doesn't know this yet. It'll be fun.
Indeed. And with that, we are going to move on to Sarah. Hello.
Hi. So life, yeah. We're doing lots of audiobooks for Shadowrun now. So our Patreon is where to find samples for that. We're going to drop a sample from a different audiobook every month, which is really exciting. So that's patreon.com/RemAlternus. And oh gosh, Kickstarter work, getting ready for Q1 is going to be a ton of Kickstarters. And other than that, don't forget that you can play with us. You can donate channel points, bits, and subscribes to impact the game. You get to give the player of your choice nat 20 inspiration or an auto hit, depending on how many channel points and bits. We'll make sure that that is in chat here in a second. I can stop and type it real quick if nobody else is. Look at that. Look at that. Yay! So come play with us and give us these rewards so that we can stop Danny's nonsense. And actually, you know what? I take that back. Stop everyone else's nonsense. Literally everyone else's nonsense. So please give me all the inspiration nat 20s and auto hits because I'm going to need them to keep these guys in line.
I am personally offended by that.
You shouldn't be.
If that is your real name.
Very good. Well, with that, I want to get into this game because it's about that time. Let's go. And we're back. So last week, the team got back together, and in the walk to get back together, or no, it was after, because then they went back to the hotel, and then because Alex wasn't here, we decided that Perunyia decided she was going to stay at the hotel and, recover a little bit and maybe do a little bit of like training, etc. And the rest of the group went out, and that's when they pretty much spilled the beans to Shaylun that the fighting tournament that was happening here in Castanede, Perunyia was indeed involved.
We for that. That was not a we experience. We may have been there, but we were not the ones that gave too much information away.
In any case, afterwards, after determining where it would be a good place to go for any shopping, Shailene decided that she would just kind of go back to the hotel and maybe think about things a little bit. And the rest of the group went to go shopping, and they ended up in Eastholm, where they found a shop that had a few sort of magical items or magic-like items and some potions. Rogelio had just made a deal for a potion in exchange for some measurements. So now Rogelio knows how tall he is. And outside, Panabon and Drusilla were just kind of keeping an eye on things and noticed that some folks were kind of closing in. And so they stepped into the shop real quick. Panabon did a little thing where they made it like maybe they were still outside, but how long that will fool anybody is anyone's guess. But as we all know, probably not for too long. And we are going to pick up there as you have entered into the store. You can see that the shopkeeper, there are 3 other people besides your friends in here. And the shopkeeper appears to be handing a potion of some sort to Rogelio, as a gnome with red hair is busily measuring Rogelio, and Rogelio's kind of just trying to keep out of this gnome's way. And you have entered the shop. All eyes on you.
I hope you got the money up front, my child.
He used his body.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that if need be. But I just hope you got the money up front.
It was an easy sale.
There you go. Hey,
these.
so oh, go ahead, Danny.
Well, no, this is just the shopkeep. She's looking at you entered, and now you're talking. These are friends of yours, then?
Yep, I point to Panama, that's my dad, and I point to Drusilla, and and that is one of my companions.
The gnome turns. Oh, hi. You're his dad. Did you? Are you the?
It's a whole thing. Quick question before we get into that: do you have a back door to this place?
And she kind of looks towards the shopkeeper, and the shopkeeper. Well, we do have an alternate exit. What?
I think you should probably block it. Just it's probably a good idea to something like between that and in fact, maybe doing that now would be a fine and fun and friendly idea.
Or maybe we should just leave out the back. Maybe that might be better.
What's wrong with the front?
I mean, someone
Looking
saw my
out the
jeweled eyebrows and they want to
window,
out
you
my
can
eyebrows.
see the people as they approach.
There's some.
Ooh,
There might be an incident out there that we might need to just maybe go out to avoid.
Incident is a good word. I like that word, incident. I didn't do anything, just in case anybody asks me later.
Yeah.
Do anything? Yeah.
Totally innocent, just standing there minding our business.
Citizens. We're good citizens that have done nothing wrong in our lives. Well, not ever, but in this case, nothing wrong has happened. But
completely innocent.
Yeah, innocent. It's a good word, and we should probably be somewhere else if they decide to come in.
I just look down at my little gnome friend and be like, "Would you happen to have a back door just to ease my friends' minds here?"
We do. I just don't. At this point, the door is opening as your double has faded, and one of them appears to be entering into the shop.
Oh, hi. Did you need
The
something from
door
us?
opens, yes.
Does he slow clap?
He does not slow clap. There is no slow clap.
And everyone's fine.
As he
What,
enters,
map?
he does remove his hat, and he does look to Eliza, the shopkeep, begging your pardon, ma'am. I have a message for your customers. Eliza furrows her brow a little bit. B is standing on a little stool, holding up the tape, but like to Rogelio, but not looking at Rogelio anymore, like looking at the door.
Ape.
Yes, I see. Well, as long as there's no trouble. No trouble at all, ma'am. Just an invitation of sorts to, and turns to Panabon, to you. So
I use gender neutral pronouns. I prefer they, them. Please and thank you.
Yo, my pardon then.
Yeah.
To you, as a guest of Wallace Idemo. If you would come, your friends are also invited.
I think I think it's good. It's like a message thing, right? Like,
Yeah, he does rather insist.
oh, I understand. Okay. Yeah, I'll come along. It'll be fine. It'll be good times. Yeah, sounds like a party.
You please finish your business. We can stand and wait. He nods to the others who are outside, kind of standing at the sides of the shop. One kind of looking in, and they nod in return, and then they stand outside. Okay, Eliza says. That's good. You haven't realized, but the man that was in the store, he seems to have shuffled off to the back. But now that you've kind of turned inward, you see that B is like, "Oh, wow!" And she kind of climbs up the step stool a little bit taller, a little bit higher, until she can kind of tiptoe up and whisper to Rogelio, "Those are those guys are more epics guys. Yeah.
Soon.
Be, oh, think what? No, that's they're like criminal guys. Yeah. But if they say everything's fine, probably everything is okay for now. But anyway, and then she like wraps the tape around your neck to get a read of the circumference of your neck.
Oh, okay. I get Panabon. Panabon, did you know they're criminals?
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time people had misinterpreted my deeds as criminalistic, but
I'm not saying your deeds are criminalistic. They are
Oh,
criminals.
sweetie, my deeds are very criminalistic. Normally, I mean, like 50-50. It depends on what's needed.
Was the insistence of us coming for you or for all of us?
Oh, just for me. You don't need to get involved. Just continue selling your body for whatever you're doing. What are you doing, anyways?
I was selling my body for a potion.
For a
Just
potion.
measurements, yeah.
What does the potion do?
It makes you a little taller.
You're already 6'6". Why do you need to be taller?
Oh, I don't think the potion would work on you. Maybe it would.
Oh, I can't ingest food or potion now.
Well, not with that attitude, you can.
Maybe not. I don't know. What do you think, Eliza? Eliza looks and says, if they would like to experiment with the potion that they just traded for, that would be fine. However, I will not provide another one for this experiment.
Perfectly
Oh,
understandable.
okay. Yeah. That's too bad. But anyway, okay, I'm almost done. And yeah, let me climb down here. As she's climbing down, Panabon, you are able to. So if you can recall the items that were like presented last time, you see those like in the shelves and stuff. Just something to note. And she B turns and says, "Okay, I've got everything. If you all want to go, yeah, I'm done. I really appreciate this. Um, this will probably be helpful in some certain things that I want to make about with other things. And yeah, oh boy,
And I want to get down to their level and extend my hand one more time. Like, it was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much
oh,
for the
yeah,
deal.
absolutely. The pleasure was all mine. As she shakes your hand enthusiastically. Be careful. Be careful. But it's probably okay. If usually if it's not okay, they're not really as polite. So okay. Anyway, and if you decide you want one of the other things or more potions, please come back to Eliza's invigorating easements. And she like as she says that, her eyes turn to Eliza with like a nod, like, "Hey, I did it." And Eliza just kind of nods. Yes, please feel free to return at any time. We are open regular business hours.
Do you spell the invigorating with an E on the front too? So it's like 3 E's? Or do you actually go with like the proper spelling of invigorating with the I?
Well, probably not, because we don't actually use English here. That is a language and alphabet that doesn't exist. So it's hard to say exactly what that would look like in letters.
Oh, people make up languages every day, but it's fine. Okay, so don't forget to take the stuff back to the hostel we're staying at on whatever street the hostel is, and I will catch up with all of you later. Remember, if you're selling your body, always get the money up front. And I make little finger guns.
Are you sure you want to go by yourself? You don't want anybody to go with you?
I think it's better. It's probably a message. I make a lot of friends on the continent. You know, it's probably just like someone wants me for tea or just catching up.
I would feel better if I went with you, if that's all right.
I feel like someone should go with you.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with you. I'm sorry. I would feel better about it if somebody was watching your back.
If it's something you wish to do, that's perfectly fine with me. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, you're not. Yeah, you're fine. You're not wearing anything white. Nothing will get messed up. It'll be good. Yeah.
All right.
I have just a tad bit more shopping to do.
Yeah, you say that, and the guy that's in the store still just kind of, and then he holds the door open as Rogelio is saying that you have more shopping to do.
Oh, can we go after? Like, how urgent is this summons?
Oh, I trust you. I mean, you're learning to sell your body. You're learning all the important things. So you should just go ahead about your business, and I'll catch up with you later. It'll be good. It'll be fine. It'll be fun. Have a good time. It won't be long. You'll be fine.
Okay. Then I walk out. I tell them enjoy the ale, and out we go.
All right. So you step out. Are you? So you're just going to continue looking for like another shop with Lex as the others head to wherever they're going?
I don't know. Is Lex coming with me?
Lex is coming, but Lex is gonna also maybe try and hide around the corner just to make sure they leave not in a rough way first.
I have no concerns.
All right, so you kind of turn a corner. As you step out, you notice that the other three people, it's two men and a woman. They're all dressed in a sort of a like business, what you've kind of noticed, like a professional garb that they're wearing. And you can go ahead if you like and make a perception check.
Who is perceiving?
This is Lex, but you can also make a perception check if you like.
I mean, I'm all for perception checks. I think I've perceived what's going on, but who knows? I could be misinterpreting the situation.
I feel like Panabon probably does, because they have probably been in this situation more than once.
I mean, usually
yes.
they're not dressed as nice, so it's kind of nice that they're dressed up for the occasion.
Yes, Lex, you do note that one of them does have probably a firearm under their coat. Not too alarming. Many of you also have weapons. Many people carry weapons, but that's just something of note. That's what you notice as you kind of turn around the corner. Rogelio is just kind of ambling down the sidewalk, and as Panabon and Drew step out of the store, the fellow follows out. Right this way. Just please follow along. And he starts just kind of walking. The others wait.
I do exactly as I'm told, to the point where I'm matching cadence, but like just right behind.
Drew watches Panabon and mimics how Panabon walks and like tries to follow suit.
Okay. So as you follow this fellow, the other three kind of fall in line behind, not in a strict sort of like lockstep formation, just kind of gaggling behind, following. They seem to be kind of involved in a discussion of their own. As the fellow up front says, well, by the by, my name is Roderick. You are?
Are you addressing? Oh, you're addressing Pan. Well, I'm going by Iggy these days. I'm trying out a new name like once a month. So this month I'm Iggy. What do you think? Do I
Iggy.
look like an Iggy? Yeah.
I would believe if you told me your name was Iggy that you are an Iggy. What were you going by?
So it was Victoria before Iggy, and then before that it was like Nostradam, but I didn't like the N at the beginning. So like I'm trying out, different like sounds to see what kind of fits best. I like Iggy. I might go with Iggy for a while.
Iggy suits you, Miss. To Drew.
What was Drew's rock name that you gave her?
So the only one that had been taken was Sedimentous Cretaceous, which was not said correctly by Rogelio. So you've got Metamorph Pebbline or Volcanius. You can choose between those two because those are the two remaining ones.
My name's
in our Discord server. If you want to.
Yes, I'm trying to figure out which one I want. I'm Volcanius. Thank you.
Is that your given name altogether, or is that given in family name?
Given in family name. My name is Vola, and my family name is. Hold on, I can't remember what it was now. Canis.
I see. Make a deception check.
You gotta sell it.
I got a 21.
He seems fairly accepting of this. as he's walking. Well, I suppose traveling. You do what's you use what suits. And they continue walking for a while. It's just a few minutes until you arrive at on the corner is what appears to be a cafe, and there is a blade out front, a sign, a hanging sign that has a cat kind of carved in that is sort of wrapped awkwardly around a mug. And it is in Melvedian, translates to the bumbling cat. And Roderick steps up a couple of steps and opens the door. As he does so, both of you can't help but notice that there's a closed sign in the door. There are soft lights on. You do see a couple of people maybe working behind what appears to be a bar. It would have just closed like probably in the last half hour. And he indicates that you should step into the cafe.
I will make like a bow gesture as I slide into the cafe.
Okay.
We will curtsy and then follow.
He follows, one of the men follow, and then the woman and the other man, they stay outside and they just kind of flank on either side of the door casually. They're not like standing at attention or anything. They're kind of just leaning. One's like leaning on the railing, another's leaning against the windowsill, and they just, it appears from inside that they're continuing whatever conversation they were having. The one that follows in just kind of stands on the inside of the door as Roderick leads you towards one of the back tables, and there seated is a man of middle age. He has very thick eyebrows. His hair is well coiffed, gray, salt and pepper hair. He has professional attire on, but the jacket is off and it's just kind of thrown over. He's sitting in a booth, and he's got a plate that's got like a half-eaten pastry of some sort, and a like a gazette that he's reading. And as you approach, he looks up, closes that, sets it aside, and rises out of the booth. Good evening, welcome. Please have a seat. Natalie, can we perhaps get a couple of sweets, and would you prefer a tea or a coffee?
I've just arrived in town. I'd love whatever the specialty of the house is.
Same for me, thanks.
Yes, a couple of your bumbling cats. They would like to try those. In any case, please have a seat. Presuming you take seats.
I will take a seat, presuming there's no whoopee cushion on the seat or like a tack or something of that nature.
There is no such thing. It is a wood board bench with a. It's not like one of those ridiculously padded booths. It's just got like a little pad, just enough to sit in and be comfortable. And after you slide in, assuming Panabon then slides in first, followed by Drew, he sits back down across. Well, if I might have the pleasure of your names.
Eggy, hello.
Bola.
I see. Well, I'm Wallace Iremo, and I was just wondering. You came in on the train this morning from, or perhaps this afternoon early, from Ariad, yes? And this is directed to Panabon.
I will say yes, although I do some travel writing, so I've been in like a lot of towns. So I will say yes, because I did arrive on a train. So that is factual information.
Very good. And you arrived with this. He looks up and Roderick goes, "It's the Zane the Rock was the Dragonborn in question. Yes, Zane, a competitor in the this year's brawl.
The winner of this year's
Sponsored.
brawl.
Certainly sponsored by Ariad, the town.
Yeah.
And my understanding is that you are some manner of, a manager for this Zane.
Yes, that's definitely what I'm doing. Definitely, for sure. Yes.
So I have a few simple questions. Was this arranged, perchance, by one Ernest Villar?
Maybe I didn't quite catch the name. It was so there was okay. I guess it was Arya because there was a fight, and they really liked the way that Zane fought. So they were like, "Hey, we want to send you to the Battle of the Brawl." Like as a manager, it's more like just going where the money is. So I didn't ask too many questions, but yeah, Ernest, that sounds like the right name. Yeah, sure.
I see. And is Ernest still associating with one? And he looks up to Roderick, and Roderick just, Ivan Dolom Dompe was. And he leans back. Yes, in Ivan, the an odd fellow, short, perhaps a little unkempt.
I don't think I met anyone by that name, but considering the town does a lot of trade in alcohol, I may have met them like in the tavern. Um, yeah, you remember the tavern, don't you, Vala? You were playing the piano. It was a lovely evening. Yeah,
It was.
yeah,
It
we
was
might have met
so
him.
nice. Those people are so friendly.
Oh yeah. Bad at cards. If you're ever there, don't play cards. You get bored. They're just not very good at cards. No.
Very good. And when speaking with Mr. Villar, or presuming that you did, which I am at this point presuming, did he mention, and he looks back to Roderick, and Roderick, Meyer, sir. A fellow named Meyer.
No.
Meyer.
No, I don't think so.
Oh no.
Let's see.
That's actually I don't think I've ever met anyone named Meyer. Like, is that the first or the last name?
I it's just do we Matthias Meyer, sir. Matthias Meyer, then.
Well, I don't like the
Yeah.
way that name sounds, so I think I'm going to stick with Viggy. I don't think I'll do Matthias next. But no, I don't think anyone named a Matthias or a Meyer. So unfortunately,
May I ask why you're asking about this person?
As you ask that, a service person arrives with a couple of plates and two mugs on a platter and sets them down. It's a sort of it would be similar to like a fruit Danish, and there's a very aromatic tea. Just some, it's like got like a fruity sort of scent to it. And as they're doing this, Wallace kind of leans back and waits patiently.
The whole time, Drew just does not break eye contact with him while she's waiting for him to answer.
Right. And then as the service person puts everything down, looks at Wallace. Is there anything else, sir, that you need? No. Thank you. Yes, sir. And they move away. Well, make a persuasion check for Drew. Okay. And also, I'm going to need a deception check from Panabon.
I'm going to re-roll that because that wasn't good at all.
Okay. Let's see here.
What do I have?
You do.
Where is it on the new Fantasy Grounds? Where is the thing?
So this is from Rio Pell. You are using a copper advantage to re-roll. Presuming you don't want to use one of your nat 20s.
No, I don't want to use a nat 20, but yes, I would like to re-roll that. I feel like I can do better than a 10. Yeah. All right, we're going to try that again. One more time. We're going to celebrate. Wow.
That one brought to you by Rio Pell.
Thanks, Rio Pell. Thank you anyways. Thanks for trying. I appreciate it.
You did get a 10. All right. And 22 on the percentage. So he looks over to you. Well, Mr. Meyer is a person of interest, and some of my associates reported seeing him in the city today, and I was just wondering if there might be a connection between the arrival of this surprise fighter and Mr. Meyer. Given that last we knew, this associate of Mr. Meyer was in Ariad from where you are coming.
Yeah. You said there was talk of Mr. Meyer being in Ariad when we were there?
No. An associate of Mr. Myers is last known to be in Ariad working for Mr. Villar.
Okay.
Yes. And it was an associate here that said they saw him, but no matter. I was just wondering if those might be connected. Make a insight check for Drew and Panabon, if you like.
I mean, I'll make it, but we'll see what happens. My insight is not
30-20.
We need to up this wisdom. Oh, that's better.
He doesn't seem to be. There's things he's not saying, obviously. But what he is saying doesn't appear to be a lie. He doesn't seem like the sort of person who, when he decides to speak, is going to say a falsehood. He's just going to omit the things he doesn't want people to know. That's the kind of read you get off of this guy.
If we were to run across this, Mr. Meyer, what?
I would love to hear about it.
Yeah. Would it be better if is Mr. Meyer the type of person that is better in a non-corporeal state, or should we say alive, or is it better if they're corporeal and just around to answer questions?
That's an interesting question. He looks to Roderick, who just kind of seems a little bit uncomfortable that Wallace is looking at him in this moment, and then he just kind of, as you prefer, sir. Well, I don't suppose. You see, I do have needs that this man can facilitate, but post needs, I have no use for the man. And in fact, his presence in this city is an affront.
Oh, but you've been so polite to us. I would hate for something to be an affront to you.
Yes, well, the man does. Go ahead and give me a persuasion check, Panabon. The man does owe a tidy sum of coin to some associates, and that is more important than the man himself. If you could find a way to return that coin, I suppose I would consider it a service if the fellow was then subsequently removed from the city.
You know, I enjoy providing services to people at some points in time. It's just a matter of, being polite and making sure everyone, is honoring deals that they made with each other. It's a very understandable way to do business.
He leans in, and there is a kind of a visible shift in his demeanor as he looks very directly at you. You I suppose you wouldn't be a member of the Assassin's Guild. He just says that, like, drops that dead straight.
Is he talking to Panabon?
He's talking to Panabon directly.
Oh.
I mean, what kind of member of any guild would I be if I just blabbed anything?
No. If you were, you would know better.
I should know
Very
better
good.
about a lot of things, but at least I know that.
Is there anything
Very
else
good.
you can tell us about this Mr. Meyer that would be important for us to know if we come across him?
Well, I would describe him, but I believe that's sort of useless. No, if you have any, if you find him in by whatever means you have, that is up to you. Personally, I did not expect this. I really just wanted to learn more about what had occurred in Adied.
Well, there was a fight, essentially, and then a lot of drinking. There was drinking before the fight, and then there was drinking after the fight.
Oh, I wasn't.
Drinking.
I was more playing piano. I wasn't drinking, but there was a fight and it was exciting.
No, you led the sing-along, and that sing-along was amazing.
Well, in that case, I have what I need. Good luck to your fighter. There is a decent pool of contenders this year. It should be interesting to see. There has never been a Dragonborn in the fights. Interesting how Villar might have got that past registration, but it appears he did.
Zane is a lover of fighting. It's kind of their calling. You know, everyone has a special calling, and they just happen to find theirs.
Well, when you have finished with your sweets and the tea, simply vacate through the front door, and the staff will lock up behind you. I do not wish to rush you out, but I do have other business to attend. My appreciation for indulging me on this visit. Have a good night. And he stands and he grabs his coat and he grabs his hat and he starts to walk towards the door, followed by Roderick.
Thank you for your hospitality.
He just kind of throws a hand up in a little side wave, and they head out the door. And the door closes. The sound of the staff washing dishes in the back behind the bar can be heard. The fruit pastry is delicious if you try it. The tea is like a sort of a fruit medley green tea deal.
Drew is gonna turn to Panabon once the others leave. What do you know about this Myers person? I noticed you kind of recognize that name.
Yeah, well, here's the funny thing about people that are supposed to be dead. Sometimes they're not dead, which can put a real cramp in things. Let's just say that bad people do bad things. And they evade causing punishment for the bad things they do. But as I've learned, you cannot evade causal punishment forever. So there's that.
Have you come across? So you've come across this Myers person before?
Probably. I mean, if they're stupid enough to get caught in a city where they centralize their guilds, then
yeah, that doesn't make much sense. Yeah, that doesn't really make sense.
I have so many questions about how the guilds operate here. It annoys me to no end. But that's neither here nor there. The whole point of the matter is that I had a lot of fun. I don't know if you had fun. I don't know how you feel about Vola as a name, but I had a lot of fun with that, getting information from them. They were very forthcoming. It was very fun.
I am so excited to have an alter ego. You just don't even know. This is so exciting for me.
I'm excited for you. I thought you would enjoy something with the V. I thought the V kind of suited you. It's kind of that romantic feeling, you know.
Thank you for thinking of me like that. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Yeah. So by the way, if we do for some reason come across this Matthias, I don't like that name. This Meyer character, as I'm going to call them, probably behooves us to take out their fingernails and then make sure they get the money back to the people they need to.
I'm not really worried about this Myers person.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about them. Not at all. Just like no one should worry about Ernest or whatever their name was.
Presuming
the pastry because it's there.
Okay, yeah. Presuming you finished the pastry and are finished kind of talking about this for now, you find that the door opens easily as you step out into the street. It is a little bit later. Darkness has now descended by this time, and as you start to leave, you can hear them lock up the door behind you, and we will return. We will rewind time a little ways and see what happens at the hotel as Shayloon returns to the hotel, if anything, after a quick 10-minute or a long 10-minute break or a medium length 10-minute break. A 10-minute break. And we're back. Before we left on the break, Panabon and Drew went to meet with a fellow belonging to the organization known as Morepis, which is a criminal organization, and met with a fellow named Wallace, who asked them some questions about how they came to be associated with this surprise fighter, Zane the Rock, and asked some questions about a fellow to see if they might know anything about it. And after that, they finished their fruit pastries and had some tea. It was lovely. Meanwhile, as we zip back a little ways to the visitors' hotel, right in the kind of border between Sunny Peak and East Home there in Castanede. Kayloon, you are returning to the hotel, having left the rest of them to do whatever their shopping journey is going to be. It's kind of lost in thought. And Perunyia, you are kind of in like the lounge area of the lobby, thinking about what you're going to do next when you notice Shayloon walk in by her lonesome.
Is the lobby full with people, or is it just she and I?
There's not a lot of people in the lobby area or in the lounge area either, but there are some people.
Okay, then I will see her. Big smile. Hey, Limpira, haven't seen you all day.
I kind of was walking with my head down, so I kind of stop and look up, and my shoulders kind of fall. Hello.
Bad shopping trip, or was it the university? Ooh, did they not have any books? Ooh, bad day. Do you want to talk about it? Do you want some tea?
How many people are in here?
Not a lot. Just like a handful. Like maybe maybe two guests. One sitting in the lounge, and one is like probably at the desk talking to the concierge.
Are there secret ingredients in the tea?
I mean, I don't think I have any more of that plant that made that guy relax, if that's what you mean. We could probably buy some more if you're looking for some, but no, I don't have any. I think actually you took it. I don't know. Should I go buy some? I can try to buy some on the street.
Buy whatever you want. And I'm gonna just head to my room.
All right, man. She must have had a bad day. Perunyia goes about her evening.
When Shay gets to her room, honestly, she just closes the door, kind of sits down in the corner and opens her book, and then just like, with nobody watching, she just breaks and starts crying.
As Perunyia goes to find a place where she can relax or maybe do some light calisthenics, we go back to the streets of East Home, where Rogelio and Lex are walking. Rogelio seems to have something in mind, and is like kind of stops in front of, and there's many of the shops are starting to close, but will sort of stops in front of a storefront and sort of peers in to get a sense of what the store is about before moving on. And Lex is sort of keeping up.
Mom, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you have any more money, perchance? Because I remembered that I am all out.
What do you need it for?
I'm looking for books. I want to find a book or two. Mostly
I
on
have
Hmm.
mostly on.
just human nature, morals, psychology, understanding why people act the way they do.
Are you confused about something?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, as you might know, I study you all profusely because I wasn't really made to understand human nature as much. I think most of the stuff that has been put inside of me is kind of obedience and do as told. But thanks to you, I'm a little more sentient than originally designed. So I learn everything from you guys, but I can't really wrap my mind around random inconsistencies that go on between or certain people have. So I'm trying to make sense of why people are randomly insistent at time.
Okay. I'll be honest, I don't know if a book is gonna solve that for you.
I'm just hoping to read a little more in hopes to learn something. I mean, I can kind of tee up major characteristics of each of you, but like I said, mostly just random inconsistencies of and sorts.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna pretend I don't know that you observed me. But I have the 10 gold that Shaylun gave me.
Is that enough for a book? I don't know how much books are.
Honestly, same. I don't read.
Uh,
But we can go together. We can look together.
okay. I mean, if you don't think it is something that we found in a book, can you help me explain? Can you explain that to me? Why someone might be
Uh,
randomly insistent on certain topics that don't really seem to align up?
well, I think Lex looks a little bit like guilty for a second. Sometimes based on life circumstances, some people need to do certain things more than others, even if it seems out of character.
Is there a way to tell if they're nefarious or good?
Sometimes, yes. Sometimes it's a gut feeling.
I don't have those.
I mean, I think the parts are kind of technically your version of guts, no?
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't, I just kind of assumed.
Okay. So you have the guts to know, and I have the hardware to know.
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay. Well, either way, we kind of need to find a bookstore, just to learn a little more, see if anyone's written anything on that, because it's just been on my mind as of lately since we've got to this town.
Okay, well, if we can find a book, I'm happy to help you pay for it.
Okay. I won't mind. I won't bring up that I observe you anymore either, if it makes you more comfortable.
No, that's okay. I should get used to that. I think it's fair. I observe all of you quite often.
If it makes you feel any better, I observe everybody else just as much. Some actually even more than others. So, and you're not on that list. If that makes you feel any better.
Honestly, it does, because I spent a lot of time writing notes on you guys.
Oh, see, we're the same. Like mother, like son.
Absolutely. I hope someone on the street heard that.
Absolutely. Like as the two of you are walking, you're such an odd couple. Like this is a city. It's like a Victorian city. It's very advanced technologically. There's actually like cars, like really early cars that kind of drive. There's the lighting. Everyone is well to do here. East Home feels very upper middle class, I would say, is sort of the feeling here. And as you are walking, you are what appears to be a dragonborn in an ascetic sort of garb, and a very tall, a very short dragonborn in ascetic garb, and a very tall robot uh, wearing a top hat and coat with tails and slacks and boots. Very odd duo walking down the street. And you're getting a lot of looks as you walk in. You do eventually find a bookstore, and upon entering, there's an old shopkeeper, and he looks up. We're closing soon. Oh my. Hello.
We'll be quick. Do you want to ask the nice person what you're looking for?
Yes, I'm looking on a book on human, or I guess any species behavior, to help better identify my friends. And I look at Lex and I just kind of wink, like, not my parents.
You want a book on human, like a psychology kind of book?
Yes, especially if that will answer my previous questions.
It's quite a field. He turns and kind of walks down a row of books, and he pulls a few books out. Yes, we've got Simlin's Guide to Psychology, and these three, and he returns with three very thick books. Probably have what you're looking for. To do better than this, you'd have to probably study in the university here. There you go.
Would those happen to go over the morality of good and evil and what those mean? It's another sensitive topic that I'm looking specifically for.
I see. Yeah. Well, yeah. I think that. One second. Let me see. And he goes back, and he returns with the fourth book. This is the philosophy that might hell with what you're looking for. I was quite an interesting line of interest from you. Well, but yeah, this should do. Psychology and other writings. Yes. I don't know if it'll be the answers you're looking for. It's kind of the point of philosophical discussion and study, after all. But
well, this seems like it would be a great place to start.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to tell you how much money I have. I've learned that. But how much money would 4 books be?
These 4 books would be, let's see, altogether 2 gold coins and 3 silvers.
Oh, perfect. I don't even have to sell my body this time. We'll take it.
Very, very good. He takes, you pass over 3 gold coins. He gives you the change and 7 silvers. Excellent. You have a good night.
Sorry, how much was it?
It was 2 gold and 3 silver.
Okay, I pay it. Just I have to take it out of my bag.
Oh, okay. Well, when you
I look so rich. Someone else pays for me.
Because you have no money. What happens when you're like, I have no money?
Now let us say how much I have or don't have.
All right, well, best of luck to you, sir. Enjoy. Do you want a bag?
If you have a bag, that would just make it easier to carry. Yes, I will take a bag. How much is the bag?
There's no charge for the bag. Just any turn.
Why wouldn't I take the bag?
I don't know, because the concept of excessive waste and the need to recycle has not been thought of in this world yet. So I guess there's no reason for you not to take a bag.
Do you have a paper bag?
I have.
It is a paper bag.
Oh, okay,
It is
good.
not a cloth bag.
I have a bag.
And
Can
he
you
hands
fit
it
large books in
over
them?
to you.
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
don't
Unless
know,
our
depends
DM
on-
says no.
Yeah, how
This
big are
bag
these?
has- They're textbook size. This bag has handles, so you can. He has placed them in the bag and has slid the bag over. So
Thank you, sir. I'm sure these will help me uncover my friend's shady activity as of recently.
Oh my
And I walk out.
god. I am gonna leave
okay.
this man like 5 copper too.
Oh, the Panabon tax. I forgot about that.
The what?
When you give someone extra money they don't deserve. It was called the Panabon tax. That's what Panabon said. I took note of it.
No. No.
No.
We were in the bar and he gave him extra money that he didn't deserve. He said it was the Panabon. No,
That's not how that.
that's just what I was told. You'll have to explain that to me later.
It's okay. Alexa's gonna follow you out.
All
All right.
That's all the shopping I had to do.
So with that, all of you arrive eventually back to the hotel. Is there, as Drew and Panabon are traveling, is there any discussion that you are wanting to have, or is it just sort of like small talk on the journey back, or anything that you want to discuss?
I'm making small talk, but I'm also intermittently whistling / looking around to see if any other nice people in suits have decided to take a vested interest in my whereabouts.
Drew is making small talk back and just kind of paying attention to her surroundings to make sure they're not being followed or anything like that.
Okay. Both of you give me perception checks.
I will give you one amazing perception check.
We'll see. Yeah, that was.
I mean, amazing is a good word for it. So, yeah.
Yeah, Panabon is not seeing anything untoward, but isn't entirely sure that someone isn't following them. Drew, it does not appear to you that anyone is following you.
Okay.
As you return back to the hotel, and as everyone returns, Shayloon is in her room. If no one else is seeking anybody out to have a conversation, you do know where each other's rooms are. Then we will take a long rest and move to the next day.
I have books to read.
At some point before Panabon goes to bed, they will knock on Shayloon's door to make sure that the fruit was delivered that was gotten from the shopping trip, since that was their idea. I don't remember what transpired of that, but we did buy fruit that hopefully Shayloon would enjoy. But because Panabon is sure Shayloon is angry at them for whatever reason this time, there's not even going to be a note just like fruit on your door, your doorstep, and a knock at your door.
Did Shayloon receive the fruit?
I don't know who would have dropped it off, so.
A courier. Someone would have knocked at the door.
I guess then there is fruit.
So Panabon, are you checking by knocking on the door and talking to Shayloon about fruit, or are you trying to
Shayloon
use...
Shayloon is angry, man. Just going to I'm just around the corner, just being like, is Shayloon receiving the fruits? And then making sure that it has been received, and then going about my time.
I don't answer the door, so.
in that moment. So yeah, no, the fruit would have been brought before. So there's no fruit and there's no courier as far as you can see, Panabon.
Okay.
So presuming that they brought it to the right place, it was received. There is a chance that it was delivered somewhere else or not delivered at all. But yes. In any case, the following day, as morning arrives and people start moving about, one of the last things that you knew, Perunyia, before leaving from Phoebe, was that your fight was in the morning. And you expect to meet with Phoebe in the lounge lobby downstairs. Panabon, you know this as well. I don't know if you would have shared this with Drew on the way back or to any of the others.
I'm not actually taking my job as manager probably as seriously as I should, but I'm sure I said something offhand to Drew about coffee in the morning before the fight. So I haven't done any due diligence, but it probably came out of my mouth at some point on the way back. I'm thinking about Meyer now, like a lot. So who knows what I'm going to say in the next couple of days.
I see.
I don't know that this is happening, so I get up early to try to get past all of them without them knowing, to just head to the university so that I can do my work.
I think likely you would be walking past me because I rose early because I'm a little bit nervous. So
Sounds
I wouldn't
like
tell anyone that. And I would be eating some protein at the lobby restaurant.
Well, then in that case, as you are eating in the little small library, the small lounge cafe, you will see Shaylin stepping out of the stairwell and moving to the exit of the hotel.
Well, get an early start on. Good for you, Lampira.
Why you like sleeping in? Why are you up?
Oh, thought I would catch some of the Battle of the Brawn. You know, go see some of the fights since we're in town and all, you know.
Tell the mob hi. I leave.
That's a weird comment. Huh. Oh, cool.
Panabon sits down right next to you as you're distracted. The next time you turn and look, Panabon will be just like right in the chair next to you. Good morning.
Stop doing that.
I mean, but it's really fun. Like, it's totally worth someone hitting me.
I might accidentally punch you in the face.
Look, I mean, frankly, I kind of deserve it, don't I? I mean, I'm a kind of a hassle.
Sometimes you do, yeah. But, like, also, you don't have an Aegis to just, you know, heal you, so...
I know, and I'm probably going to get, like, shanked by somebody at some point during this, but, you know, that's something I have to deal with. You'll be fine.
I thought the whole reason, like, we're here is so you wouldn't get shanked. Are you still going to get shanked? What's the whole point?
I mean, I'm probably going to get shanked. The whole point is that you're a magnificent fighter, and you're showing off your skill. That's really what this is all about. Everything else is icing on the cake.
Well, I mean, like, it was a primary motivator, but yeah, sure.
Yeah. So
also,
I don't know
does Shaylin, like, know something? She's been a little more passive aggressive than usual.
Well, I mean, probably.
Was it me? Am I too suspicious?
No, Lex may or not have spilled the beans while I was passing out fake rock-themed names. I was just off my game that day and I was very distracted. So, like, I was trying to, like, pass it off as just giving people, like, names to go about the city, and then Lex just, like, lost his marbles for a moment, and I don't know what that was about. It was very weird.
Lex was tortured by Shaylin. Did you just, like, forget all of that? Remember? Like,
I don't remember anyone using the word torture, but that's very
disturbing. It was torture. Lex was held down hostage and, like, was then zapped repeatedly. Oh no, that qualifies as torture.
Great. I'm not a fan of that. For a variety of reasons.
Well, it was
but
worse.
it's
I was the one
also-
holding him.
Okay. we're gonna put a pin in that because I think we should come back to that because that's very concerning. But we'll.
I told her to stop.
You told the most powerful being in the universe to stop what they were doing. Did you also give her a withering glare?
I don't know how withering I was. I'm actually not sure.
I mean, you do have a really good withering stare.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, I can be
Really
intimidating. I don't think
you are
Phelan was intimidated by me though, so I don't know if that would worked. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, in any case, we'll come back to that because I think that's something is happening, and also,
Okay, but you
by the
need to
way,
accept like partial blame for this because like I am doing this so you don't get shanked. So like, okay, partial blame here.
were you really going to do it anyway, though, right? Like,
Okay,
it's like
I was on the fence.
probably going to
I was
say
on the fence.
yes.
I was 50-50. I could have gone either way.
You could have said no. I would have let you said no. I mean, did you really think I was going to let anyone shank me just because?
I have literally taken like burning poison arrows for you. Okay, do you remember that? Because I do because I'm the one who took the arrow for you.
They were poisoned?
They were also poisoned, FYI.
Ow. Well, thank you. Thank you for not dying. That would have been very inconvenient.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. Well, I mean, it's well. Anyways, you're gonna do great today. Whatever happens, you're gonna do great. Working on a chance though. But yeah, we're gonna good day in the fights, and I'm totally not looking for anyone particular in the crowd. At all. So
don't even tell me. I don't even want to know. I can't. I got to focus on my match. All right.
You do the match that you're gonna win because you're the greatest. You're the best around. No one's ever gonna keep you down, right? That's sounds really good. I should write that down somewhere.
You know, when you say it like that, it's just not reassuring. Like I don't know.
I mean, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't do open fighting. Like, I do all my fighting in the shadows. The shadows are.
I know. And there's
by the way,
more than one of you.
By the way, there's this great restaurant. It's called the Bumbling Cat or something, and they make like this like fruit pastry thing. It's really good. If you ever get a chance to go after like winning one of your matches.
Oh, that would be a good one. Yeah, I could definitely get some carbs and some complex sugar after this. Yeah, that sounds good actually. Yeah.
After you win, it's gonna be.
Well,
good.
yeah, not before. I got to protein and carb it
No,
up.
no, after you win.
Sugars right now.
Oh, and then eventually we're gonna go find out what happened at the university. But first this, and then that, because that's.
Oh, so
that's
they do have books. The university, it went okay.
I mean, I think it went okay.
Oh, you didn't go either. Oh, okay.
No, we were together. They
I
all
don't know
went.
where you went last night. Maybe they have like I don't know, late night.
Oh,
something. I've never been to a university. What do I know?
I've never been to. I went to trade school. I've never been to university either. I mean, I assume they have books. What's the point otherwise?
I don't know.
Well, yeah. So, do you know who you're fighting? Are you fighting like Frederick again? Is that how it works?
No, I think he goes to like something called a loser bracket, and I go into a winner bracket. So like, I shouldn't be fighting that guy again. But I don't know who I am fighting, other than I'm fighting this morning, and I'm currently waiting for Phoebe. She's gonna come meet us here.
As you say that, you see her like walk up kind of around the corner. Oh, hey, there you are. Look. And she has a small flyer kind of folded in half, and she just sits down on the table, at the table with you. Oh, that looks like a lot of food. Iggy, how are you doing this morning?
I'm good. I totally didn't steal a piece of bacon off of Zane's plate right now. So, feeling good, feeling alive, feeling the energy, feeling the Zane. Feeling the Zane? Do you like feeling the Zane as like a catchphrase?
It's not bad, actually, yeah.
Oh.
Feeling the Zane. You don't think that would like make people think that they're like holding onto your arm or something, or maybe that they're feeling how it is to be punched by you?
Phoebe, you would be better with the cultural nuances than either of us, so we will go with your recommendation on this. If that is culturally inappropriate or sensitive, we won't do it.
I don't know that it's inappropriate or insensitive. I just think it maybe passes on the wrong message.
Gotcha. All right, back to the drawing board on that one.
We're still workshopping. Yeah.
In any case, it looks here. So yesterday's winners were looks like Horace Munoz from I think Najasakan. I think that's what this is. There's Marcus Kinyemu, Lady Uskun, yourself, Numi, Tenyen from here, so local favorite, and looks like Katja from Nampananapal. Is that Nampananapal? I think that's Nampananapal. Oh, your other Edvedian, Russell Duchesne. He is moving forward in the winners bracket, and then Florence, Gwenellen, Catherine, and then the buys from yesterday were Vivian Tarhal, John Mel, and Pak. Wow,
it's a long list.
Shkoskabel had buys for both of their fighters on day one. And then a Flint Corbecue from Najasakan as well. And you are going to be fighting Lady Uskun.
That can't be the same Flint.
Nah.
How many?
I'm sorry, who was I fighting
Flints
again?
are there in the? Oh my God. Okay.
Oh, today you'll be fighting Lady Uskun, Helen Uskun from Anshotor. I think no, that's not Anshotor. It is it? Maybe. Anyway,
do we know?
I think you're the only non-human.
That's weird, right?
In the well, I mean,
orcs, anything?
The orcs don't tend to involve themselves in the brawl, and the gnomes tend not to as well.
No, they're not the same. No,
there's definitely no reason for them not to. I think it's just a question of the society is relatively new, and I think they're still reaching out and like trying to codify the variety of art styles and the like that are in use. So I think it's a matter of time before orcs do begin to compete in the contest. But most of them are just really involved with kind of guarding in the north. I think that's what they're doing.
I don't want to be rude, but is not like, I don't know, maybe a slight unfair advantage to have me, Dragonborn, just fighting humans? I mean, not anything against humans. Humans are great. I love humans. A lot of my friends are humans, but is that not maybe problematic?
Well, it is an odd thing. We did not expect to have a second fighter from Edavund, but the rules don't really disallow anybody on a species basis.
So nobody ever tried. Got it. Cool.
Right. They don't enter. But since you were the fighter out of Ariad, right? That was put forward. Most of the various countries have their own system for deciding who they're going to put forward through the society. And this year it was just going to be Mr. Duchesne, but turns out somebody, and I don't know. Most of them have like their own inner tournaments or what have you. I'm gonna imagine that you probably didn't take part in that.
Well, look, I've been beaten by both orcs and humans before, so really, it's a fair game.
As far as I know, it should be fine, because this is definitely about testing, and many of the fighters are small and slight of stature. but they still manage to defeat opponents much bigger than them. So this is definitely a contest of skill. So yes. In any case, yeah, you will be fighting Lady Uskun. That's I'm trying to think of like which one she was. I think that if I'm not mistaken, she is a minor aristocrat. From is it? Yeah, from Enshator. That I think there's like some weird rumors about like her family estate and everything. It's been like a lot of troubles or something recently from there. Um, I don't really. I couldn't really.
People come back to life that should be in the mausoleum kind of trouble, or
That's
like.
a very sad backstory, but I'm going to beat her just the same.
But also, if there are people coming back to life from mausoleums, that's something I'm interested to know. Like, just kind of round. Generally, if you ever hear about that.
I don't know. I think it's like people have been going missing in her sort of area, and it's something that her family estate has been kind of dealing with lately. But if you ask me, they've been kind of cavalier about it. So
but
sometimes
they're not dying and coming back to life. That's the important thing. But I'd like to just double check that's not happening.
Is that something that you're concerned about?
It's something that people are becoming more and more concerned about generally as time goes on.
Us, as I elbow
us.
them, but not us.
Not us at all. Not a thing. Just like in the paper, sometimes you see. It's just a thing that I've been seeing in the paper. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Right. But in any case, if you're done, we can probably get moving. We're going over to East Home. There's a gym there that is hosting the fight for you. This is the first fight of the day there, and yeah, it's we can just kind of get moving over in that direction if you like.
I take one more bite of my sausage. Yep. Ready.
Great. As this is happening, is anyone else getting up, moving to the lobby, anything like that?
Early or like regular time?
I mean, it's early, but it's not like super early. It's like the end of breakfast time at this point.
Lex is probably getting up. Lex is gonna look and see if Drew is still around.
Is Drew in her room?
First, you said trains come and go through here regularly, correct? Through the city?
Not through the city necessarily. There's a station on the west side, and then there's a station on the east side. There's no track that connects those trains, but the SkyTrain does connect roundabout. So there's like a way to get very quickly from the station to the station. So like people who are continuing on can do that. That said, there are trains daily that leave from the west to there's like 2 or 3 trains that go in west towards various places in Ireland.
What's the earliest they leave?
Probably sometime around mid-morning. Like the first train will probably leave in the mid-morning.
Okay. So that would be before or after the fight?
Probably during. During
okay.
or before.
Okay. Then yes, Drew would be up and leaving her room in the morning before the fight.
All right. So it appears you are catching Drew as they are walking out of the room.
Drew, hi.
Oh, hi. Good morning.
Good morning. What are you doing today?
Well, that is an excellent question. I am going to the fight to watch Perunyia. I mean, Zane,
Oh,
why? Do you need something?
I just don't know what to do today. I'm going to be honest, but I also don't want to do anything that makes Shaylin more mad. I'm trying to think right now if that would make her more mad.
I don't know. I don't know her very well. I'm sorry. I kind of
Either.
feel like everything we do lately just kind of makes her more mad.
Yeah, it's kind of why my philosophy has been like, I'll help Panabon, but it seems like Panabon makes her mad. So I'm just kind of like, what would Panabon not do?
That's true. But then on the opposite side, I mean, we kind of have to support Perunia because we want Perunia to win. So that's friendship, right?
Yeah, yeah. Um, is there a lot of people around right now?
There are not. There's absolutely like no one in the hall.
Oh. If that's the case, I would like to change into like the most average looking human I can.
Whoa. I mean, I know you told us you could do that, but just to do it right in front of me with no warning?
There's no one here, it's fine. I just want to not look like Lex and get caught being there.
That's understandable. I was planning on going to the fight. I want to look around and um, support Zane. So hopefully that doesn't make Shailene more mad.
Well, you know what? Maybe we just do it. I'll tag along with you today.
Okay. And then I guess
feel like as the newcomers, we haven't really hung out.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to spend much time with you at all. But this will be fun.
Yeah. I mean, I normally look after Rogelio, but sometimes you need a break from being a parent.
I wouldn't know, but I'll take your word for it.
Until recently, I wouldn't have either.
All right. As you travel downstairs, you actually catch Perunyia and Panabon walking towards the exit with another young lady. And I imagine you kind of move to catch up. Rogelio, what is your morning like?
I am super excited. So I don't sleep as long as other people. So I stayed up for 2 hours reading my books. And then I wanted to wake up at the normal time that people typically do, because that's what I know that Shaylun wakes up. And I want to grab my little bag of books and my potion, aka all my belongings, and go to Shaylun's room. And I just kind of very excitedly to give her this gift, knock on her door, and wait for an answer.
There is none.
All right. Well, after a little bit, I'm sure they're just kind of getting ready. I probably woke them up, so I knock again.
There's still no answer.
I kind of like call into the room. I'm like, Shaylun, it's Rogelio. Is
No
the door unlocked?
It is not unlocked.
Then I'd definitely be at least a little concerned. I saw I saw Perunyia open a door before, and I don't have the skills to do it the way Panabon does. So can I open the door Perunyia style and just kind of bash into it?
You absolutely can attempt to break down the door.
Okay, I would
rolling
love
an
to.
athletics check.
Just like, they usually wake up at this time. And if something went wrong, they were feeling kind of sad. So let's see. Athletics check. I know how dice work. That doesn't work. That's a strong door.
You just hit the door and it does not appear to open for you.
All right, well, now that I've already done it, I'm going to look around in the hallway. Like, is there anybody else here that saw that, or it's a little too late?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, nobody saw that.
Well, I'm not going to do it a second time. It's just embarrassing failing the first time. Then I'm going to assume that maybe somehow I missed them, because I feel like if someone tried to ram the door, like a fireball or something would come out of it. So I just assume they're not here at this point. And I guess I'll go back to my room and put down the books. I'm going to keep the potion on me, but I'm going to keep my half of my belongings in my room, and I'm going to keep the books in there. And I guess I'll just go downstairs and see if I can find anybody.
Yeah. And as you head downstairs, which is actually a little bit earlier than most of the other people, this is actually kind of happening before Phoebe had arrived and everything. What we're going to do right now, because it is 10 and we don't want to push too far ahead at this point, we are going to stop for the evening and pick up next week.
Hopefully someone will merch what would Panabon not do shirts in WWJD style so that we could all wear them.
What would Panabon not do shirts? Okay.
I would appreciate that very much.
All right. Okay, so with that, everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. Thanks to the players for hanging out and playing and chatting with each other and just entertaining the hell out of me. And with that, we will catch everybody here next week. Is everybody good for next week? It is.
I am not here next week. I'm going to be at a Rocky Horror Picture Show. So I will not be here next week.
That's fun.
Yes.
I believe we will be able to move without John being here. So we will definitely be here next week. So with that, we will see everybody next week here at the same time, like clockwork. Thank you.
Good night, North America.